What's going on, guys, and welcome back to New York for the very last time in MLB The Show 24. Let's hope that we don't come back here in MLB The Show 25 because I would really like to go to a different franchise, preferably one that actually makes the playoffs every single season. But I digress. From here, all we can do is focus on ending the season on a really good note because we got 2 games left. One against divisional foe Philadelphia, who I believe is still in the lead by 5 games against Atlanta, so maybe we can spoil something for them. And then the last game of the season against my favorite team, the Chicago White Sox. Go figure, what a way to go out. But again, we're kind of out of the running for 20 wins. We have the chance and will more than likely hit 250 strikeouts after this first game against Philadelphia. And again, our main focus right now is ending the season on a good note in the final game of our career here in, again, MLB The Show 24. Really excited for the new game to come out, though. I didn't end up getting, the early access to it, unfortunately, but don't worry. As soon as the game actually comes out, we're going to hit that hard. We're going to start with another road to the show, preferably with the two-way player, but if we have to choose between one or the other, we're going to end up going with another pitcher. But again, if we can make it a two-way, that'd be really awesome. As we, unfortunately, don't end up picking up a couple wins, but we are able to end up closing out this series against Philadelphia and be able to end up winning the series in our last, I guess, divisional series of the season. That'd be a really great way to go out considering the fact that this team really underperformed. And you can tell this lineup does look a bit different than it did at the beginning of the season. Either way, we're going to be facing another potential Cy Young candidate in Tarek Skubal, who is 18-5 this season with a 3.09 ERA, but only 163 strikeouts. So at least we're beating him in that category, am I right? Let's hope that he doesn't end up getting up to 20 wins. But a way to really make sure that he doesn't is to make sure that we end up winning this game today. They do have a pretty good lineup and obviously a pretty hot one in 2, 4, and 5 right now. Can't believe Bryce went down to an 88, so let's hope that that's not going to be as daunting as it has been in past seasons. But still, we need to go out here and really take this lineup seriously because a lot of really good players on this team. Everyone's in the 80s or 90s with the exception of O'Keefe. That is their 9-hitter. But again, a really talented lineup. Let's go out there, let's dominate, and let's make sure that we pick up 2 wins in these final 2 games. The great news is we're already starting off with the lead. Love to see that. Now let's just make sure that we keep that lead this entire game, as that almost ended up going down the line for a double. It's not what we want to see, so let's see if we can maybe elevate a fastball. They can swing through it, as we just missed the zone. That's unfortunate. So let's end up going for a changeup. As I see, we've actually leapfrogged the Marlins. That's great to see, you know? All right, what's not great to see is a 2-1 count. But that slurve never got up to the level of the strike zone. So now we have to go do a fastball on 3-1. Thankfully, he fouls that off. And now we're going to get some redemption on that slurve. But make sure you keep it in the zone, as that looks really good. Trey stares at that one, and that is strikeout number 1 of the game, which means we are 1 strikeout away from number 250. So let's keep this up. Let's see if we can get it against this hot part of the lineup, as Rojas just swings through that slurve, looking for a fastball. Also looking, I don't know what he was looking for there, but gets the changeup, and that's going to be a ground out to shortstop. Good to see that Mauricio is actually going to play really well there at shortstop in Lindor's absence. Brandon Marsh hitting almost 320 this season, and that's going to lower it just a little bit as he grounds out to shortstop as well, and we get out of the first inning with 0 damage. But now we got Bryce Harper up at the plate. Not what we want to see, but the good thing here, is we get through 4 batters in only 10 pitches. Very efficient. That's what we love to see. Would I love to see more strikeouts? Absolutely. But if we're just going to continue to get ground outs like this and we get through this quickly, I'm not going to be upset. Again, the name of the game is to get outs. Doesn't matter if they're strikeouts, pop outs, ground outs. You bet your ass he went. Thank you, sir. Never mind. Sorry, got a little flustered there. Have a look at that dude. Either way, 0-2 count. Let's finish him off with the slurve down and out. And Alec, be my 250th strikeout this season. That did not look great. Now, if we would have got that good instead of early, would have been much better off. Elevate a fastball. 1-2. Surprised he laid off, but that's okay, because you know what? We're going to end it with a split right here. Bury it. Boom, baby! 250! And we get out of inning number 2. Again, looking really good. We still got that 1-0 lead. Let's just keep cruising. Apparently, the offense was energized by that inning as well. And they ended up picking up a couple more. So now we got 4 runs. And we're on the road. Wow, what a great time to decide to pick it up, guys. Oh! He does not have the arm, unfortunately. Now, if Lindor was in the game, yeah, that would have been an out. Instead, that is a base hit. And now we have to get the double play. We do not like having guys on base with no outs. See if we can get him with the slurve. Oh, that looked really good. Can we get a challenge? No? Understandable. I wonder if we're gonna get to do that in the next game. That's on me. I should have kept a closer eye on him. Oh, and I should have realized who was over there too. But it's okay. That's gonna be a ground out to second, but still got a guy on third. Preferably, we do not want him to score. But if he does, then so be it. Well, let's see if we can pick up a strikeout here. This is their one guy in the lineup that is not looking good. So let's see if we can get him on 3 pitches. Really? You're going to call that a strike? Poor guy. He hasn't gotten a hit all season. And you're going to call a strike like that? Nuts. No. Damn. That is going to be a run, unfortunately. And what are we, the first RBI of his career? That's very unfortunate. And now we got the top of the order. Well, let's just make sure that's the only run that ends up getting through. I really want to pick up this win. Again, especially against someone else who is a Cy Young candidate. Maybe this might be the tipping point, so to speak. You bet he did. Are you not even going to check? Alvarez. Damn it. Yeah, that pitch is not being swung at anymore. Oh. Thank you for getting over there. And nice arm by Beatty. That could have been a strikeout, but we just really effed that up. But that's okay. Hey, at least we still got the 4-1 lead. We just need to focus on not giving up any more hits, especially when there are no outs, as we're just a little low with that fastball. That is not where we wanted it, but that's where we got it. And unfortunately, that is going to be a base hit right up the middle. And yet again, we are starting off this inning with a base runner. A pretty fast one, too. So let's make sure that we're smart about where we place the ball. And make sure that we're smart about not throwing a lot of off speed. He's got a really good lead over there. I bet you he ends up going here soon. We're going to get that fastball high. That was going to be kind of like a pitch out in a way. So I'm going to go fastball outside. Nice, we get that. I thought he was going to steal on that. Backdoor slurve. Boom, set him down, baby. Marsh goes down, and now we're a double play away from getting out of this inning. However, it is Bryce up to bat. Although he did ground out in his first at bat. Okay, sure. Is that really what we're going to call here? Let's go down and in. No, that was probably not the smartest pitch, but it's okay. Changes what he was seeing. Wow, I'm surprised he swung at that one. And you know what? We're going to finish it with a split. Why not? That's what I'm talking about. And now we don't even have to worry about a double play now. Isn't that a beautiful thing? All right, Josh. I mean, we would have gotten the double play, don't get me wrong. But there we go. We get out of the 4th inning. Still 4-1 game. Let's just close the door. I didn't necessarily mean with the offense, but I'll take that. 7-1? Where's this offense been all season? Uh-oh. Starting off 2-0 to Bohm? No, come on. No, we are not going with a 4-pitch walk. Oh, we're going to groove this one. That sucks. Thank God he didn't swing at it. That's all right. There it is. Nice. Now we actually have a chance for a strikeout here, too, which is surprising. Slurve. Uh-oh. Interesting. Okay, Bryson. Let's go. Sorry, it just, my goodness. Going 3-0 and then being struck out looking. Are you kidding? What an existence. Ooh. Up and in a little too much. Alright. The fact that we're getting later in the game and we're going to 2 and 3 ball counts is not good. The fact that we're picking up more strikeouts is a good thing. But again, we want to get the outs. I don't care how we do. There's a ground out. Sucks to have like a 6-7 pitch at bat and have him just ground out, but that's life in the big city. 8-hitter? Alright, I thought maybe we'd get a quick ground out with that. That is not the case. Oh, he was a first-round pick in the 2023 draft. I did not realize that. Well, Dylan. Welcome to the big leagues, buddy. Uh-oh. No. We finished with that. We get redemption. Okay, so lesson learned. Don't taunt rookies. Although I don't know if he is a rookie, to be honest with you. Now that we're this far in this series, I guess just because he was drafted in 23 doesn't mean that that he hasn't been up in the big leagues, you know? There it is. Really? Really? The 9-hitter. So we're struggling against the bottom of the order, but we're taking care of the top. Gotcha. And Trey's going to be a boss challenge, huh? Interesting. I mean, again, he's a great hitter, don't get me wrong, but still. So let's strike him out with a pitch out of the zone. I like that. Finish with, or start with the fastball. Not what we want to see. Maybe with the changeup down and out? Nope. Can't even get it in the zone. Okay, we're not going fastball, though. We're going to go with the split. And while not a strikeout, it's still going to be an out. And we get out of this effing nightmare. I don't care if we fail this. That's fine. What's another equipment piece going to help us in the next game, right? I mean, we already got some nice gear. Look at our glove. Look at our cleats. Look at that. Should have been a bomb. But thankfully, he just fouls that off. Weak contact. That wasn't weak, but that is a great play. Amazing scoop over there by Miller. And there we go. 1 out in the 6th. All right, so 7-1. Let's go. That was a really not great pitch. We're going to continue to keep it out against him because I don't think he can hit outside pitches. At least not well. If he does, it's weak contact. And it's going to be a ground out to third base. All right, Marsh, sit back down. Oh, come on, we need another strikeout. And who better to strike out than Bryce Harper? Thankfully, that did not rise up in the zone a little bit, because that could have been trouble. But thankfully, oh, is that not a strike? Thankfully, the fastball is a little low, but still. Strike. And there we go. It's going to be a 1-2 count. And you know what? We're going to gas him up high. There it is. What is that, 6? I lost count and they didn't show me. Either way, I think that's the second time we struck out Bryce, though. And we're able to stay in as well. 7-1 in the 7th. Sir, I understand we're in Philly and you don't want to get hurt by all the fans and everything, but come on, man. That was in the zone. That should be strike 3. Instead, we're going to gas him up high, too. The fact that he hit that deep is actually pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie. Because that was up and in. And he still got a good piece. Yep. Picking him up on the strike. Or on the swing, pardon me. Nope. Oh, that umpire faked me out, man. I thought that was our second baseman. Nope. And it's going to be a base hit. But, hey, what do we always say? Sets up for the double play. And we're going to get that right here. Not on that first pitch, but we're going to keep some off speed down. As you can tell, like right there, end up fouling that one off. Let's go with Slurve. Uh-oh. Ooh, there we go. And in fact, now we have a chance for the strikeout. Again, keep it low, Yeah, it didn't look like he went. I get it. Okay, that's fine. Split to finish him. You know what? Again, that kind of got buried a little bit, so that's good. There it is. Really? Okay. Alright, Dylan. Not pussyfooting around anymore. He wanted to swing at that. There we go. Finally, we get a strike in there. And now let's be smart about our spots. As we were smart on that one, because that produced a ground ball, but we needed that on the last batter for the double play. Instead, they drive in another run, and our hopes of getting below a 2 ERA are pretty much out the window. Even though, okay, well, that one shouldn't have been a strike. So it should be 1-1. Instead, we go to 3-0 on the 9-hitter. And a 4-pitch walk. That's all right. We've done well against Trey today. Let's just continue to do so. As that slurve just goes out of the zone. Looks like Trey's got a nice little hitting streak going. I shouldn't have said anything. That's fine. That's fine. We can still get out of the 7th. At this point, though, especially after giving up 3 runs, doesn't look like we're going to be going out for the 8th. So it's a nightmare inning, but thankfully we do get out of it. May have taken a lot longer than we wanted to, but we get out of it. Thankfully, our offense gave us a lot of insurance runs. 7-3, but man, so many hits that inning. Coach, why? Legitimately, why? I want to know. You don't have faith in the bullpen? Well, whatever it is, we're out here in the 8th. We're exhausted. But we have a chance to finish him off with a split in the dirt. Buried. Well, maybe not buried, but he still swings in that strikeout number 7. Come on, let's pick up number 8 right here against Bryce. There we go. I don't know why. Again, we've had really good success against their really good hitters. I don't know why we're struggling against their not-so-good hitters. I'm not going to call them bad hitters, because they're not bad hitters. There's a reason why they're in the majors, even if it's a video game. But you got to give them credit for that. Can we do it twice on the fastball up? No, we can't. Too disciplined for that. Now we got the backdoor slurve. Do it. There it is. Goodbye, Bryce. That is number 8. And let's see if we can just strike out the side. Pick up strikeout number 9. Or we can just keep it at 8. 8 through 8, that's not a bad ratio. We'll take that. 7-3, end of the 8th. Now bring in Edwin, please. Well, that's not Edwin, but you are bringing in a reliever, and I can appreciate that. Just make sure he doesn't give this game up. At the very least, Tarek doesn't end up getting his 19th win of the season, and we pick up our 18th. And you can see both of us are sitting at 18-6 right now, which I'm hoping because of this head-to-head that we currently have the edge in the Cy Young race. Especially with our ERA and our strikeouts. But man, that is not a pretty game. That 30.4% strikeout rate, that is pretty nice. But damn, I can't believe we gave up 7 hits and 3 runs. And a walk that shouldn't have been a walk. Either way, let's go out there, let's take down the White Sox, and let's end this career on a high note. But honestly, even if we end this game with a complete game shutout, I don't think that's going to bring our ERA under 2. At this point, I think we're kind of locked in between a 2-0 and a 2-1. But again, still really, really great for a season. But now we need to pick up our 19th win. We have 256 strikeouts. Let's see if we can push that up to 260. And let's, again, end this season on a very high Cy Young note. Because, again, being able to get back-to-back here would be really incredible. And a great way to kind of segue into the new game. Let's see if we can... Oh, we're going to get a practice. I guess that's fine, too. Let's work on that slurve velocity. Why not? That'll actually kind of drive some of the hitters a little nutty because that's going to get a little bit slower, and the difference between that fastball and that slurve is going to be even better. as we get swept by Washington. Are you kidding me? I mean, the good news for us, though, is we're taking on the White Sox, who are not playing well either. They have 5 guys cold in their lineup. They have a rookie, and they only have 2 guys in the 80s. Everyone else in the 70s. Funny that Benintendi is a 72. That is kind of where he belongs. Good to see that Colston Montgomery is up at an 82, though. Good to see he actually progressed decently well in this game. But again, man, 5 cold guys in the lineup, a rookie. If we don't pick up double-digit strikeouts in this one, it's a failure. I mean, no offense to the White Sox, but come on. I feel like I can say it as a fan. They're pretty terrible. Is that going to be Eloy? You effing liability in the field, I swear. See, I should have known things were going to go downhill as soon as we signed him to be our left fielder. Are you kidding me? You got rid of Castellanos, and you ended up getting Eloy Jimenez, huh? Same umpire? Is that what it is? Alright, well, I can't believe we have a chance of actually giving up a run in the first inning here. Alright, let's see if we can just strike out Trent here. Slurve would be really nice. God damn it. And honestly, we can't blame anyone but ourselves at that point. It's our fault for giving up the leadoff base hit. Just gotta hope that our offense can produce some runs too. But I will say, now that we're in the last game of, again, MLB The Show 24, God, we suck. I have to say, I'm really excited for 25. I'm excited to see some of the new things that they ended up putting in the game. And honestly, I think it's going to be really fun to play through the Road to the Show again. I think I saw a couple new features that are going to be featured in that game. So I'm really excited to see how it changes the... Really? But how it changes the experience, you know? I'm sure a lot of you guys are excited too. Guys, let me know. Do you guys end up playing Road to the Show? You guys more Diamond Dynasty? Please tell me that's caught. Thank God. And we get out of this inning. I only say that because I've seen Diamond Dynasty before and it looks like a lot of fun, but let me know which one you guys liked a bit more. Sorry, I didn't feel like talking about that ending at the end of the last one, so I had to fill it with something. But let's go. Come on. First inning is over. Let's put that behind us. And let's take care of the rest of this lineup, man. This is not that scary. Come on. Thank you. And now let's strike him out with the split. Out of the zone. Get out of here. Where was that in the first inning? Strikeout number 1. Out number 1 of the second inning. Let's go. Keep it up. We're facing the bottom of their order, so, again, shouldn't be too worried. Poor dude's hitting 189 at the end of this season and almost gets a base hit right there. Thankfully, great cat-like reflexes over at third, and we got out number 2 of the inning. Come on, Montero. Make it out number 3, please. We are leaving balls just right in the zone, though. That is very unfortunate. Not a bad spot, especially on 0-1. Oh, that's a bad spot on 1-1, though. Let's go fastball up. We haven't done this in a hot minute. And I see why. You know, no. Let me... Oop, I did not want to dive there. Well, I'm not going to steal the pop-out, but at least we get out of the inning. But, my lord, man, are we just really tired from this long season? I mean, I get it. We've thrown, like, 225 innings and going to be probably around 230 when all's said and done. But still, I didn't think it was going to affect us this much. Oh, my lord. 2-0 on Montgomery. There we go. Surprised he didn't swing at that one. That could have been a rope into the outfield. Instead, we gave him that one that should have been crushed too. And 2-2, we're going to go backdoor. Love to see it. See ya, buddy. Should have done that in the first inning. All right, Benny. Benny Biceps. Let's go, buddy. Thank you, Eloy. And now that I'm thinking about it, part of that issue in that first inning was Eloy. That shouldn't have been a double. Dude, let the ball get by him. Are you kidding me? Think he might be an undercover White Sox on this team. Uh-oh. If he was smart, he would have just taken that in the leg. Boom. Because then he would have avoided the embarrassment of being struck out on this slurve. Really? Trent, just for that, we're gassing you up high. Sit down. Jesus. Split? Maybe? Ridiculous. Slurve one more time, but keep this in the zone. There it is. Boom! Hit that inside corner. Vic goes down on strikes, and we get out of the third inning. Starting to look a little sharper as the game goes on, but no shot is this game going to stay 1-0. What did I tell you? It was only a matter of time. The good old White Sox curse, baby. I'm just kidding. I'm not a Cubs fan. I don't believe in curses. Oh, that's beautiful. Langford, you're going down on strikes now. Swing at this slurve. Goodbye. That's what I'm talking about. 4 strikeouts now, and we got a handful in a row. Diaz, how about you go down as well? Not a bad slurve on 0-0. Not going to lie. That looked like it should have been a strike, but obviously dropped out of the zone before it got there. But, hey, as long as we get these 2 strikes in, it's going to set up for the down and away. However, we struck out a lot of guys on down and away. Let's zip him up and in. Yes, he did. Sit down. I was going to say, even if he didn't end up swinging at it and it was a ball, then we could have went with the slurve. Instead, we got the strikeout. And now Fred Guerrero is up to the plate. Let's go, man. Finish this inning off. Please, we need some redemption. Great. Make that a 1-1 count. Let's get that backdoor slurve. Just drop that into the zone. I'll love to see that. And now that's going to set up for up and in. He's seen too many outside. Finish him. Good eye. Split down and in. Sweeping swing. Ah, but he makes contact. But that's going to be a ground out to shortstop. And we get out of the 4th. Still got that lead. Now we just need to hang on to it. Well, it would be a very catastrophic event to make us lose this game now. 8-1. That is White Sox baseball at its finest. Apparently, Jerry is still kind of leading the team here. Still owner. Still owner. And by the way, ooh, nice little foul ball right there. Way to stay alive. By the way, anyone want to pool their money with me to buy the White Sox away from Jerry so we can make it a respectable franchise again? That'd be really, really nice. I'd appreciate that. Oh, man. That's all right, because backdoor slurve's going to get him. He has no idea what's coming to him. Boom. Funny thing is, he knew, still couldn't hit it. All right, Edgar. 52 pitches. Let's see if we can get out of this inning before 60. Although starting off with the ball is not going to do it. That looks good. And that is going to be a base hit. Okay. Got a little cocky. Got a little cocky. That's on me. But now we have a double play ball. Tailor-made right here. We got someone who is not incredibly fast over there at first. And we have the 9-hitter up. Notorious for ground balls. So let's see if we can get one right here. Change up down and in. Little weak grounder. That was down and out, but we'll take that. He's got 18 home runs and he's batting 9th? Who's coaching? Oh, that's unfortunate. And the good news is we're still set up for a double play. But we got to do that against Montgomery now. Alright, we need to focus. Focus. There we go. That looked like that might have been a ground ball, like right up the middle. Instead, we got that one that's going to be a chopper to third, to 2, to 1. Boom, baby! We get out of the 5th. Thankfully, that run doesn't score. And wow, that saved our ERA just a little bit. Sorry for all the booms, though. I'll be honest with you. Not gonna lie, never mind. Never mind. They're having fun, those Costco guys. They're having fun. The booms are a little overdone, and maybe that's why I do it myself. But either way, It worked out for the punch out. Am I right? Oh, let's go. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. We get him out, baby. There we go. 1 out in the 6th. And again, it's going to take a huge catastrophic event for us to lose this game as we just groove that slurve down into the bottom of the zone and pick up a really great strike. Line out to first base. And now let's make sure that Langford only gets that 1 hit today. We can't let him have more. Don't look at me like that. I don't even know who the hell that was. Alright, there we go. We get out of 6th. That's what I'm talking about. We got that 9-1 lead. I think at this point we can confidently say we're going to have our 19th win. Now, could you imagine if the offense ended up getting 10-plus runs? That would be something else. That would be something else. It's been a long time since we've seen that. In a game that we're not giving up a bunch of runs ourselves. I mean, then again, they scored those after we ended up going out. I don't know if you guys remember that video from probably 2 or 3 weeks now. 2 or 3 weeks ago. But we ended up coming out and ended up getting the no decision on it. But we ended up winning 11-10. My goodness, we are not getting that in there. Split. Let's finish it off. Keep it in the zone. And at least that's going to be a line out to Miller with, again, those cat-like reflexes. Just obviously at the other hot corner. That's what I'm talking about. All right, Freddie. Okay. Just spitting on that 0-0. I get it. As we groove that slurve in. Got a 1-1 count. Let's go down and in with the split. That looks really good. And honestly, we're going to gas him up high. There it is. It's okay, because you know what does it. You guys already know. It's going to be the split. Not the backdoor slurve. That just set up for the down and away split. That's all. That's all I meant. Let's go split one more time down and in. He had a hard time hitting that. And he gets a piece of it, but that will be a ground out to shortstop. Let's go. All right, I know we don't have the shutout intact, which is unfortunate, but it's possible we can go the complete game. And we're at 82 pitches. It's our last start of the season, and we don't have to worry about playoffs. You son of a bitch. That was a weak liner right up the middle. I don't know how they can call that solid contact. Second baseman still almost got that. Good news is we got 2 outs, and we're getting a very generous first pitch strike, followed up with a makeup pitch. Ah, yikes. Okay. Come on, we're better than this. See? Look at that. It's going to be a pop-out. In fact, I want to go try to steal this. Nope, we're not going to get there. But we get through the 7th. That's great. We should go out for the 8th. And again, still hoping we can go out for the 9th, but we'll see what ends up happening. 2 errors by the Sox? I mean, I guess that doesn't surprise me. But still, man, that's rough. Now I see why we have 9 runs. Obviously, that doesn't tell the whole story. I'm sure our offenses really picked it up, too. We only have 12,000 people in attendance right now. That is embarrassing. Remember what it was last season? Come on, man. This is our last start of the season. Our last start of this entire series. How could you guys not come and want to watch us play? That is sad. New York fans, what are y'all doing? Ah, man. Well, you know what? Like we said before, that sets up for the double play. And you know what? We used to get a lot of double plays in Double A, so why not have the last batter and last play of this entire series be a double play ball? Am I right? All right, Benny. Come on, biceps. Just a ground ball. That's all we're looking for. That's just down in the zone a little too much. Dotted up the fastball. That will be a foul ball. Now, I would love to get a strikeout here, but again, imagine if we went out the way that we usually ended those other games back in the day. We go out the way that we ended up coming in, and again, we end the 8th on a double play ball. If this really is the end of the series right here and we get taken out, what a way to go out. Coach, you are such a dick. You are such a dick. Are you kidding me? Don't get me wrong, I'm excited to be able to potentially finish this game, even though we are facing 3-4-5. But thankfully we do pick up an out on the first one with the ground out to the shortstop. But come on, man, that was perfect storytelling. Again, how many double play balls did we get in Double A and Triple A? And to end the series on that would have been just beautiful. Instead, Jazz, we're up 8 runs. You could have caught that. Instead of re-ending this on a base hit, you cannot tell me you're going to take me out. Thank you. We're getting tired. We just hit 100 pitches. And actually, now we have a chance to end it with another double play. Did Coach know this all along? Did he know this all along? Maybe he did, baby. And we get out of this last game with a double play. And we win with the complete game, 9-1. Great way to pick up our 19th win. 8 hits against this lineup is pretty embarrassing, though. It really is. Only 1 run, though, and no walks. Only 7 strikeouts. I was hoping we'd get double digits, but honestly, to be able to finish this series on a complete game and on a double play like that, we'll take it all day. So, unfortunately, that is the end of the season. But we ended with a sweep of the White Sox, and we ended with 19 wins. A 2.04 ERA. Would have been interesting to see if we ended up getting the shutout. But still, 263 strikeouts. Not something I would have expected from this pitcher when we started this series, but the fact that we've gotten to that point and we just had a great season makes me really happy. And I'm really excited for MLB The Show 25. Obviously, we're pretty much starting over, so we're going to drop in overall by quite a bit, especially depending on how we do in the combine and I guess those other potential features that may come before being drafted. I'm excited for those, but again, we'll see when the time comes. But at the same time, we know how to get outs now. We know how to strike guys out, and that's going to be a great thing to carry over into the new game. Maybe there are going to be new mechanics in the game and stuff like that in terms of like pitching and all that we're going to have to learn, but I'm kind of hoping not. Either way, really excited about how we ended this series, despite the fact that we didn't end up going to the playoffs. And obviously, as you see, a .457 win percentage definitely ain't going to do it. But we would like to stop simulating, because I think we can actually take a look at the awards. And do we see who ended up winning MVP? That is so rough. It looks like Soto ends up winning MVP over us. Just barely. Dude, that is so rough. I can't believe that. Looks like we do end up picking up our back-to-back Cy Young, though. That is awesome to see. But the fact that we're actually in the top 3 for MVP, pretty incredible. If Soto didn't have 120 RBIs with hitting .320 with 48 home runs, yeah, that definitely would have been us. I feel like if we would have been under a 2.04 ERA and if we would have hit 20 wins, there's a very, very good chance that we could have leapfrogged Soto and taken away his back-to-back MVP. But again, we get the back-to-back Cy Young, and again, what a way to go out. Now, just quickly, I know it doesn't matter, but I'm really excited to see who ends up winning the World Series. And can you believe it? Our divisional foe, the Phillies, who we had really good games against this entire season, maybe a couple little blunders, but still had a really good record against them, ends up beating the Guardians to win the 2027 World Series. And not just that, but they swept them too. It looks like San Diego and Atlanta ended up getting in. Atlanta ended up beating them. Ended up beating Arizona as well. So it was Atlanta and Philly in the NLCS. Can you imagine that? And NL East. Just NLCS. That is great to see. Cleveland obviously beat Baltimore 4-3. You know, they had Cleveland, Seattle, Texas, Tampa Bay, Minnesota. Minnesota got stomped by another divisional foe of theirs. But man, that is an interesting season. I wish we could have been there in the playoffs, but what can you do? Just curious to end up seeing what ended up happening. Obviously, we got a couple guys that ended up retiring. No one that we care about too much because we're not going to be playing anymore. Kershaw gets inducted. That is great to see. He will definitely be a Hall of Famer by the end of his, I shouldn't say his career, but by the time he's able to be voted in, he should definitely be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So let's sim the offseason. Let's see what ends up happening to us. They've decided not to tender us a contract. So we are a free agent now? I'm just kind of curious to see where we would have ended up going. So let's see. What up? Why couldn't you have done this in the middle of the season? Yeah, it makes sense. Let's go. What are you going to tell me? Okay, so on. They wouldn't tender me for a contract, but they showed no willingness to consider trading us. Well, I have no willingness to stop asking them. Now what? Ball's in your court. Either way, though, that's interesting. And it looks like we are going to be staying with the team. Now, it looks like we would still be the number 2 pitcher. Cease, for some reason, is still the ace on the team, despite the fact that we have been a Cy Young player this entire series. Especially the last 2 seasons. But I understand his overall is higher than us. He's the 92 overall to our 89, so that's why he ends up getting that designation. But it looks like we still had Alvarez, Lindor. Diaz is still our closer at 93. We had Cease, Chisholm. We ended up picking up Ryan Mountcastle. That is a huge pickup. We got a new... Well, no, actually, Westberg was on the team. 86 overall. A new right fielder. Obviously, you got Senga. Still got Aloy on the team. Beatty. But honestly, this is a really, really interesting team. Would have been excited to see what we ended up doing this season. But again, we'll end up seeing what ends up happening in MLB The Show 25. What franchise are we going to go to? Well, we'll find out once we end up getting a chance to do it. We're not going to force ourselves to a certain franchise, but if we end up with the Mets, I'm going to be super upset. Either way, though, really excited to see what ends up happening in the next series. But for now, let's take our 2 Cy Youngs, let's pack it up, and let's really enjoy what MLB The Show 24 has given us. Thank you guys so much for all of the support throughout this entire series. I'm glad that you guys have been enjoying the videos, and hopefully you guys are going to stick around for the next series in MLB The Show 25. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go down and drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next series.